Throughout U.S. history, one group of people have been responsible for building the nation we know as the United States of America. Through their blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice, this group helped create a more just America that aligns with the ideologies of the U.S. Constitution. They have fought and died in all of this country's wars, from 1776 to the present. After fighting for their freedom and the freedom of others, this group of people have faced obstacle after obstacle in the country of their birth. These obstacles, while systemic in nature, have not stopped these people from showing the world their resiliency despite facing tremendous oppression. This group of people are the U.S. Freedmen. The U.S. Freedmen birthed the architects of the Civil Rights Movement, which in turn birthed federal and local policies that allowed people of all ethnicities to migrate throughout the U.S. and have an opportunity to pursue the American dream. Despite the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, America has attempted to hide its hand in the heinous acts and policies that were directed to target the freedmen and harm their lineage. Over the past 80 years, America has attempted to ignore the results of its brutal policies and their effects on the Black American community. As we enter the future, America must atone for its past and provide restitution for the injustices that have forced the U.S. freedmen to suffer. U.S. freedmen and their descendants have made countless sacrifices in their attempt to obtain equality in America, and as a result, the descendants of freedmen are owed a specific debt by the federal government for its involvement in state-sanctioned racism and terrorism. After the American Civil War, the freedmen were promised 40 acres and a mule as a gesture of equality from America. Despite being promised a fair shake in the land of their birth, they were betrayed and left to suffer even more injustices. The U.S. freedmen deserve restitution and reparations for the combined effects of U.S. chattel slavery, Jim Crow, convict leasing, restrictive covenants, discrimination, domestic terrorism, land theft, among other forms of state-sanctioned oppression. History matters, for it gives context to the world we live in today. Due to many years of systematic oppression, legacy Black Americans have been subject to a caste-like system where our freedoms are limited more than others due to our history in this country. Now is the time for justice and equality. Now is the time for reparations. Now is the time for change. To secure a more just and equitable future, the Freedmen Agenda League of Michigan was founded. FAM has been created to advocate for full economic equality for U.S. freedmen. FAM believes that a specific problem requires a specific solution, and our purpose is to advocate for the necessary disaggregation from other ethnicities and marginalized communities when dealing with statistical research and data that are used to form public policy on federal, state, and local levels. As it stands today, the Black American community is on a trajectory to be at zero wealth by 2053. The average Black household with a college education is worth less than a white household with a high school education. We have found out the hard way that hope and change and hustling harder have not alleviated the poverty and oppression most of our people face. The only way we can alleviate the disparities we face today in America is through a robust reparations plan aimed at righting the injustices of the past. FAM believes that the contribution of U.S. Negro freedmen were essential to the creation of the wealth and prosperity in America. We believe the sacrifices of our forefathers helped create the foundation of American society, and that Black Americans continue to contribute to the success of America. Despite our contributions, we are still being oppressed and held back by injustices long ignored, and that is why reparations is the only solution. Programs that attempt to assist minorities by promoting diversity or highlighting racial injustice are not specific enough to repair the harm suffered by U.S. freedmen and are counterproductive to our justice claim. As reparationists, we demand more equitable policies and reparations for U.S. descendants of freedmen on a federal, state, and local level in recompense and restitution for the harms inflicted upon our heritage. Join us as we fight for reparations and equality in America. We welcome you to join FAM so that we can create the groundswell necessary to demand the debt owed to the descendants of U.S. Negro freedmen. Join us in our mission so the Black community can truly participate in the American dream that our ancestors fought so hard to achieve. Contact your congressperson today and advocate for reparations for the descendants of U.S. freedmen. Support us in our initiatives in Michigan as we fight locally to obtain policies that benefit the lives of Black Americans. Peace and reparations. Peace and reparations.